When I found out that I had cancer, I was actually studying a module about cancer.
Can you tell us about a time in your life where you felt like a legend?
Having gone through like the hardest period of my life, but then also to have my education completely finished and to move in with my partner and start my life. I feel like that was a really legendary moment in my life.
So can you tell us a story of how you found out that you had cancer? Take us back with you.
Okay, so actually a really funny story. I was having a movie night with my boyfriend at his flat, and I was laying in bed watching this movie, balancing a bowl of popcorn on my boobs. I felt this weird sort of twinge, and it sort of made me it sort of startled me, really. I just had a bit of a feel on my chest and I discovered a lump. Obviously it sought the advice of my friends and they were like, oh, it's nothing to worry about, just go get it checked out anyway. And I went and got it checked out at the GP, who obviously then referred me for mammograms and ultrasounds and biopsies. And that is when I found out that I had breast cancer.
A lot of our audience wouldn't know what a lump actually feels like. Can you describe that?
Oh, for me, my lump actually started growing quite rapidly and it started protruding out of my breast, so you could actually physically see my lump on the outside, but I had an additional lump that was growing on the inside, which felt completely different. So this lump that was growing on the outside felt really hard, and it felt really painful, but the lump on the other side felt really squishy and soft. So yeah, it's really confusing, but I don't think there's a one size fits all. I think you just have to feel your boobs all of the time so that you know what your normal is, and once you get used to your normal boobs, you'll be able to identify any lumps and bumps which feel abnormal and that you haven't noticed before. So yeah, sometimes they can feel hard, sometimes they can feel soft, sometimes they can move around and sometimes they can protrude out. So it really you really do have to just get to know yourself, get to know your boobs, and that's how you can sort of identify what lumps are meant to be there and which lumps are new.
Before your diagnosis, were you the kind of person that did always check or not?
Absolutely not. I never used to check my boobs. It never crossed my mind. To be honest, I was kind of naive and I thought that it's never really going to happen to me, but yeah, I never checked my boobs. I think it was just because I thought this is the kind of thing that happens to someone who's a bit older, maybe someone who, has got more of a family history of breast cancer. But yeah, I just had no sort of education around how to check my boobs, how often I should be checking, so I guess I kind of just neglected my body in that way.
What advice would you give to someone who was kind of similar? So if someone was kind of, oh, I'm too young, or it won't happen to me, what advice would you give to them?
It's really difficult because when you're that young, you don't want to think about things that could impact your life in such a dramatic way. But the thing that I would say would probably be, we all do skincare, we all paint our nails, we all do face masks. Don't think of it as a scary thing, just think of it as self-care. You're taking care of yourself, you're taking care of your well-being and your health. And, once a month in the shower, just, feel your boobs. Don't make it such a negative thing, just view it as I'm making sure that I'm okay, as opposed to I'm checking for cancer. And I think that switch in mindset and doing it in an environment in which you're comfortable with, like doing it casually in the shower or, when you're moisturising or something, making it a habit will take away from how daunting it is to potentially find a sign or symptom of breast cancer. So yeah, just make it more casual. It's a bit of self-care. We all love a bit of self-care, so yeah.
So if you describe someone as a legend, why would you describe as a legend? What does that mean to you?
A legend to me is someone who is like unapologetically living their life, living their truth, being a kind and compassionate human being, and yeah, just being a positive influence in life. Oh, that is a big question. I just want to be remembered as someone who was always kind and nice to people, and that people felt comfortable around and safe. And I think that is more important than anything physical that you leave behind. Making a difference starts with how you make people feel.
As a young student, what was it like learning, obviously, that you've got cancer?
So when I found out that I had cancer, I was actually studying a module about cancer and about cancer growth and how to make medicines to inhibit and kill cancers, and like the research that's going on behind that. So it's like kind of overwhelming. I think that learning the science behind cancer actually helped me to process it a lot better. My mind works in a very systematic way, and if I can put logic behind something, I can understand it more. And I think that that's why I push a lot with the science behind things on my Instagram and stuff, because the more people understand something, the less they will fear it. So hopefully me trying to help people understand the science behind cancer will make it seem less daunting.
So did you feel like your experience kind of, in a sense, made that more difficult?
I think it did in a way. There was a lot that I couldn't do. A lot of the like socials and even the like educational trips I couldn't go on because it was spanning over days where I needed to be in hospital. So I think that it did hinder me in that way. But also any opportunity that I got that I could go out and socialise, or I could spend time with my friends, or I could do this certain job, I just took it.
What advice would you give to someone who might be in that position who's just...
Yeah, especially right now, I feel like it would be definitely very lonely. But I found a lot of comfort in like the online community. Like the girls here, we're friends for life. Like we met each other online and we talk about anything and everything, not just cancer. And it's so nice to find people who understand exactly how you're feeling.
How important is it for women to get checked if they want to?
Oh my God, so important. It's so important. Anyone can get breast cancer. It is so important. Like I always say to Jerome, my partner, that you need to check yourself. Like anyone can get it. And yeah, it's not just exclusive to women. So yeah, it's really important to know your body, check your body, know what's normal for you. And if you have any sign or symptom whatsoever, no matter how small, it's always worth getting it checked out, because early detection literally saves lives.
What's your long-term goal? Like, what do you want to achieve with your kind of like biomedical knowledge?
Yeah, so like I said, my goal would just to be helping people, and even if one person checks their boobs and it leads to nothing, or it leads to early detection, or it can help them in some way, then I think that that's worth all of the work that I will have done in my lifetime, because that to me is that is my only goal, to help people check their boobs properly and potentially save lives, because well, that's what this whole campaign's about, isn't it? Just early detection, saving lives, spreading the message of, you know, feeling your breast. And yeah, I think that would be me happy. As long as I've changed one life, that's fine.